Shalom, y'all. Shalom, shalom. Is Michael Israel? Thank you. And coming on here live, and when I'm done, coming to you live. And as you can tell by the title is, and I couldn't think of a perfect one to do it. So this is the best I can do. Is you can't ignore the fruit. Um, when there's fruit, whether there's good fruit or bad fruit, it's basically impossible to ignore it. Okay. And it's what you have to look for, man. When people are walking this thing out in spirit and in truth, they don't have to say anything. You literally can't help but see it. You know what I'm saying? It's obvious. And in this day and age, it's imperative that we get airtight with this thing. This morning, I was watching I fish a lot. It's a Hispanic guy. Looked like he was in the airborne or something. And I guess they fish a lot. And what he does though is I think it was Lake Ontario, no Lake Mead. I think it was Lake Mead. He just showing how fast this lake is drying up. I mean, at one point he showed this one area, and this thing you can see where the lake used to be 100 feet higher, and this lake is drying up at like feet every couple months. It's dropping by feet. And they were showing it in 2018 how big it was, and just it's going away. Then they're showing lakes in other areas, and you know, um, in other areas of the country. And then I think about, and I'm just showing you signs of the times. Then I think about how I saw how you keep hearing famine, famine, supply shortage. Food processing plant blew up. Food processing plant. I haven't done research into the food processing plant situation, but some of the brothers here in Straightway, Florida, like Brother Paul has been sending me information about it that I need to check out, and Brother Ralph has been sending me information that I need to check out. And I think Tony has too, to check out about these food plants and them getting closed down and shortages, and then farmers talking about how. Let me fix my audio. I know my audio's messed up. Hold on. There we go. Let me know. Let me know if my yeah. And then farmers talking about how you know they're telling them to mess up their crops, burn their crops, and yeah. So it's like this is how this stuff goes down, man. You begin hearing talks about it, and then in a couple of years, then it begin hitting and begin becoming serious. You look at the wars going on, or the potential wars, like you got what's going on in the Ukraine, which I ain't checked in with that lately and seen what's going on, but basically Russia's leveling that place. And then you look at what's going on over there with was it Taiwan or Hong Kong? I forget which one it is, where China looking like they're gonna invade over there. So there's a lot of stuff going on. So this isn't the time to be playing around. And I can tell you, man, down here in Straightway, Florida, one of the things I seek the Father for, and this is years ago. This is before I ever came into the Hebrew Israelite thing. Um, but I was seriously seeking the Father out about um, discernment. Like that was a gift. Discernment and wisdom were the gifts I prayed for, all like constantly seek the Father for, was discernment and wisdom. You know what I'm saying? And in varying degrees, I see where the Most High has worked that in my life. I ain't saying I'm, the wisest man on earth or Mr. Wise. There's a lot of dumb shit I still do, but I do see in certain areas where the Father has given me wisdom, and it's a blessing, and where the Father's given me discernment. And one of those places in knowing, you will know them by their fruit. You will know people by their fruit. You know what I'm saying? Discerning people's fruit. Okay. And, you know, when people, one of the things I know is when people are bringing forth fruit, whether it be bad fruit or good fruit, when people are bringing forth fruit, you can't ignore it. You can't make yourself ignore it. You can't help but see it. And that's trusting the process of Yah's word. It's the Bible says you will know them by their fruit. I go through these all the time. Faith without works is dead. And once you have that trained eye to look at works, and once you have that trained eye to look at fruit, man, it all becomes clear. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, it's just real talk. But you know, um, things are getting critical, y'all. Um, since I since the Most High led me the straight way, He also gave and I heard Pastor teach and just break that stuff down at the Great Awakening Hebrew Gathering. And that's the perfect title for that event. It was the Great Awakening Hebrew Gathering, woke Judah. Even though most of Judah was asleep up there and remained asleep, some got woke at that event up there in Detroit, which was a blessing. And it's just been a sense of urgency on me about this thing, to about just getting in line with the Most High's will, and understanding how it plays out, how the Most High's will works out, from the little to the big, how all that is tied in together, how it's tied in where I'm obedient to my leadership, my elders, and then the people below me are obedient to me. And when I say below me, the people who are submitted to me, and how my wife sees my obedience, which makes her obedient and grow in her obedience. You know what I'm saying? So, and how the brothers and sisters here strive to be obedient and get in line with, you know, the example they see set forth from the top down. You know what I'm saying? And how all that just ties in and works together, all the way down to the little minute thing. Hey, are you going to do this? Yes, I'm going to do that. Okay. If you're going to do that, I'm a bank on that. I can lean on that. And that's how these brothers and sisters here in this home assembly. We got, in this home assembly here, I think we got some great sisters, the sisters that are part of this, our home assembly, and it's three of them here, and then our children and everything, a great bunch of sisters. You know what I'm saying? Because I hear things, and I know the way things could go. Do they still need work? Hell yeah. I didn't say they was perfect. They women, you know what I'm saying? But I think we got, in my opinion, the best of the best of them. You know what I'm saying? And hopefully that trend continues. The brothers and sisters that are part of Straightway Florida that are not yet a part of the assembly, we have we're going to be adding to our home assembly here soon. And like I said, that's like going into Bud's training. You know what I'm saying? The iron sharpening iron on that. And then just the people who are stepping up, man. We brothers and sisters are serious. They have eyes to see. And on a spiritual level, brothers and sisters are seeing what time it is. They see what time it is. They see the signs of the times. Um, they're not forsaking the assembling as they see the day approaching. Um, when we say give all, we're not saying give all just so we can see if you're gonna give all. There's a reason why you got to give all, because that's how this thing works. It's just, if you don't understand why you need to be giving all, just look at your body. You know, um, your different body organs will do everything they can for the sake of the body, not for their sake, but that they serve the body. The kidneys give all and provide their service to filter the whole body. The kidneys could easily filter themselves, easily, but they got capacity to filter the whole body. The heart, it pumps blood through the whole body. The heart could easily pump blood for itself, but it pumps the blood for the whole body. The brain, what does the brain do? It thinks. It keeps things running. The brain could easily do that for itself, but it does it for the whole entire body. The feet, the feet could easily support their weight, easy, but it supports the weight of the whole body. And when I begin to see brothers and sisters get that mindset and adopt that mindset where they're not self-willed, they're like I say, self-absorbed, self-willed, and self-something else. But when I see brothers and sisters want to be there for the whole body, that's that spirit. That's when I know they get it. They're beginning to see the Most High is dealing with that. You know what I'm saying? When they want to be an organ for the whole body. So that's what it's about. And that's some of the fruit that we're talking about. A lot of people will put on their, for lack of a better term, they're polished turds. Okay. They're like, but look, I'm shiny. Yeah, but you're a turd. You know what I'm saying? You waste, you know. So I have to turn into a what? Asshole to deal with people. You know what I'm saying? It's all literal. But you know, but it's just a constant, what I've been doing constantly, and I've even defined it for brothers and sisters, that word exhort, EXHORT, and the definition is to strongly encourage and push and stay on people about moving forward. At any time, you can make the decision to move forward, okay? And to what? To serve the body, and not have the body serve you, but for you to serve the body. And it's that time, because in serving the body, you're gonna serve yourself. It's gonna benefit you. But it can be, boy, it could be painful trying to come out of this Babylonian mindset that we have going on around here. But it's like when you learn to see the Most High and how He's leading you, and what does that look like? Like certain doors will just be closed. Certain things, when you're doing them, they're just gonna be difficult, and nothing's working out. And why is this not working? And you're muscling through, and it's just not working. And then you look carefully, like, well, maybe Yah wants me to do this. Boom, and you start doing this, and it just goes easy as candy. Every door is already open. You're not having to kick doors down and nothing. It just, everything is smooth as possible. You're like, that's where the Most High is leading me. You gotta learn to just have that discernment, that whatever, like what it says, it's a still small voice. You gotta learn to have those eyes and ears to see where Yah is putting you at and leading you and wanting you to do. You know what I'm saying? Learn, and in doing that, the fruit begins to come forth. So. But anyway, y'all, that's why I wanted to come on here and say, that's just on my spirit to come in here and talk about fruit and footwork. It's critical. We got to get after it, man, in this hour. Anyway, y'all, with that said, I'm Michael Israel. You watching Spiritual Combat. Appreciate all y'all tuning in. Shalom, shalom.